Thank you for joining our studio this morning. Hello, guys.
Good morning.
Yeah, just in April, what is it called? Pastor Bakare was... Ayo Bakare. Tunde Bakare, that's what
Tunde
I know.
Bakare.
Has it changed to Ayo?
No, there are a lot of Bakare.
Okay. Tunde
Ayo, David.
Okay, Pastor Tunde Bakare, that's one I meant. That ran with Buhari the last time, and before switching to Sibanja as VP, and then I won. Beyond that, he was all over the place criticizing Asiwaju with a very strong words, telling President you can't play God, that nobody is wise enough to be entrusted with unlimited powers. But just yesterday, he has the opportunity to meet Asiwaju, and there was heart-to-heart discussion. There is something remarkable he said that I like. Before people start calling me Abadorian or Tinubu boy, I want to go through that. It's not about just reservations. It's about how the country will go well. My personal vision, underline this, my personal vision is to see a nation that works in my lifetime. I've always told you that I prefer Nigeria start working now, that for Tinubu not to perform, then I change him in 2027. That's a negative wish. Do you understand? Yeah. It's like allowing things to spoil. Let things spoil so that I can change this person. It's not about individual. The desire is the nation that works. So if Pastor Bakare's desire of going to see Asiwaju to talk to him is for Nigeria to start working now. And what is our lifetime? Our lifetime is now. Tomorrow is not assured. Promised. So I don't know how you look at it, Kingsley.
Well, I think it was nobody is actually quarreling with anybody.
Yeah,
it's not a
personal issue.
It's not a personal issue. Mm-hmm. It's a country where everything works, like Bakari said.
Yeah.
The details of that discussion was not revealed. But he said, I have laid my cards on the table for him. He said, it's now up to him to pick it up and use it. Do you understand? It's not, and when we talked about the way and strong words he used to express his feelings and ideas about Nigeria, he spoke in a Nigerian spirit. And one thing I like about the president, beyond him playing politics with trying to lure everybody in, he has not also gagged people in such a way. He allows people to express themselves. But beyond allowing people, like you always say, he must take them as tools and work with them. He can't just be saying that this way that I'm doing is the only way. And to me, it was better we sit down on the round table, do you understand, and talk about how Nigeria will work. Maybe he's not seeing the other side of the road. That's President Ahmed Tinubu. And also, we have played politics of psychophancy in our country. The people that are with him are not telling him the truth.
That is where I'm coming from. You see, when I see visits like Pastor Tunde Bakare to Asiwaju's house, I kind of applaud it. Somebody who a few weeks ago has laid bare his criticism, now having the opportunity to meet Asiwaju, he has carried the street temperature to Asiwaju's house. Certainly, I'm not part of their discussion. I can assure you it wasn't a meeting of psychophancy. It was a heart-to-heart discussion. Ogbeni, see this, see this, see this. These people might not be telling the truth, but we are from the streets. We see church members. We have people, they come to us every day. We counsel people every day. Look at what is going on. How often are we expecting Nigerians who might have access to Asiwaju, but they are not those psychopathic appointees, So because those ones are trying to retain their seats, they don't see beyond their position. So they just speak anything that sounds like criticism, they fire you. They don't really get it that those criticizing Asiwaju might even be doing better for Asiwaju. They might even be working better for his second tenure. That is psychophancy. How often are we expecting people like Tunde Bakare, to come on board and go and talk to Asiwaju. You know, those his friends, those people like Baba Ahmed that say he couldn't see him while in Aso Rock. Maybe he could go and see him at his house during this break and things like that.
Hey, I was about to go there. From what she's seen, it's like it's easier to see him one-on-one when he's in Lagos than Abuja.
Yes.
Because
if that's what
Ahmed,
us, yes.
He said that he tried over 2 years period.
About 2 years though.
To meet with the president and let him understand what is going on in the streets. Let him understand how ordinary man feels. He couldn't have access. And when I heard about this news, 2 things came to my mind. First is that why this meeting? Why has he gone to see the president? I will try to analyze it. I said, firstly, for him to have criticized this president openly, and he has gone to see him one-on-one. Okay, I'm not the problem with you. What the problem I have is the policy that is not working. The problem I have is Nigerians are going through pains. See, this has not worked. How do you change it? As I said, everyone has spoken. Nobody wants this president to fail. Everybody end up saying that he has 2 years to change things.
Exactly.
Meaning that they want Nigeria that will work. If Nigeria works, it works for everyone. This hunger goes across every religion, every tribe. It is not peculiar to any zone. So when Nigeria works, it works for every person. And I'm glad that he met him. And I'm glad that they discussed. As you said, what they discussed, we didn't know. Now we are watching to see how it will play out. We want to see a change going forward after this Easter break. We want to see government begin to change their strategy. Over the news, I heard that Army now is very involved in Benue. That's what we will see. We want to see change. We want to see when things happen. We want to see president
response by action rather than media aids response.
That's what I want to see.
You see, sometimes I was really thinking yesterday. You know, I've always said it. The COS has relocated his headquarters to Benue and his strategic team. Must he always be like that?
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to physically be there.
Exactly. Must we lose people first?
And
can't we have?
But if that is their method, but losing people first,
the method is not working.
It should be preventive.
Why can't we prevent?
It should be preventive.
Are there no intelligence?
It should be preventive.
Okay, for these people planned, these people carry out their execution. You mean we couldn't nip them in the bud before they carried out their plan? Or you mean we couldn't foil their attempt?
You know, let's hope now we have somebody from Benue, an elder statesman who will act like Tunde Bakare and probably visit Asiwaju, you know, in Lagos during this holiday. Probably somebody from Borno. Maybe somebody from Zamfara, maybe somebody from Katsina, you know, this area that are like the hotspots of this terror. Insecurity is still lingering all over the Nigeria. No doubt our highways are still not safe, you know. But there is I think there is a reduction, no doubt, compared with
what it used
to be during Buhari's time. You can't wish that away. Particularly Abuja to Kaduna, there is a great improvement. You know, I think that even Abuja to Lokoja, there is also a very substantial improvement. You know, but I think if we could have all these elder statesmen, while they are working for coalition, some are already doing that towards 2027, but Nigeria can start functioning now. If visiting Asiwaju at his home in Lagos gives them more opportunity than Aso Rock, can they take advantage of? Today is just Thursday, right? Between now and Monday, a lot can happen. Can you?
But let me also put it this other way.
Yeah.
Tinubu can't create magic for Nigeria.
Certainly.
There is no way a population of over 200 million with all of the intrigues all over the country, ethnicity, religion, traditionalism, all of it put together. The people that are supposed to be able to be working for Tinubu are members of his executive. Are the parastatals.
You know, I said it one time. You people almost roasted me in ashes. I remember when you people said Tinubu wasn't using Nigerian roads, and I said beyond Tinubu, his ministers, his heads of agencies can use it. You people almost pour petrol on me and burnt me alive. But now you are looking at it because he can't do everything.
So what we need,
but the box stopped at his table.
Is control.
The box stopped at his table.
He needs to start controlling these people. You can't allow them to buy cars the way they want to work, to do whatever they want. The ministers travel as at when they like. They are employees of the president.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
The ministers, DGs, whatever they call themselves, they are employees of the president, and the president stops. Stop them.
That's what I said. They are the ambassadors of the president.
Exactly.
Anywhere they are.
Look at what Dari said. Sunday Dari said. Sunday Dari said under this administration, a minister was removed for an allegation. We don't just want the minister removed. We want prosecution. Why was the minister removed? Well, we don't want things shoved under the carpet. There's nobody that should be to hide under. Don't worry. No. After removing, it will serve as a deterrent to other people.
Do you expect Peter to see a kind of serious policy change after this salam? Maybe if hopefully more people visit Asiwaju and they speak in line with Tunde Bakare. We are hoping Tunde Bakare spoke. What he spoke in open was probably what he spoke in their heart-to-heart meeting. Do you think there's going to be some? Though a lot of people are saying there is a natural stability. What do I mean by natural stability? Not that things have improved. People have started to get used to it. So when people get used to something, it looks like there is improvement. So, but if there is a positive policy change, then any little improvement will be magnified in the eyes of the people.
Okay, your question is, do I expect to see change? No,
Yeah.
I don't expect. I want to see change. Nigerians want to see change. Nigerians want to see an improvement in everything that concerns governance of this country. I want to see reduction of cost of governance. I want to see improvement in our security. I want to see our economy booming. I want people to go back to their farms. This is what we want. See, Nigeria's criticism of this government is for us to have our lives back. Because, like this people said, after it says self-induced problem.
Exactly.
It's self-induced. You came in, you floated Naira, you removed subsidy without a contingency plan. So it's self-induced. Most of this problem, they cost it, so they should remedy it. So we prefer where we were 2 years ago, economically. Though where we were 2 years ago wasn't the best. But when Nigerians look back, look towards it, we preferred it. So we want him to reject his economy.
Mind you, he was saying even why Nigerians preferred where they were before, that is not sustainable. That is coming at a cost that we are not really. It's like eating the money that you don't have.
I said that too.
We needed him to give us something better. I don't know.
That's what he
promised.
in his own books.
That's what he
In
promised.
his own books, he has given us something.
No,
better.
we were not okay with the better that he has given us. If you said that, you see, we've said it again and again here. If you removed subsidy, trillions were paid for subsidy.
Yeah.
If you removed it, plow it back into development, into improved security, plow it back. We want to see the plow back. When we see the specific plow back, we want to see a quick response to issues or even forestalling this issue. For example, the Mokwa issue right now is a natural disaster. There's nothing they can do to present it. But the response, NEMA, I know they are on ground.
There are quite a few things to do anyway to minimize the impact.
Of this
Which
thing.
are proactive
I've heard
measures.
that they've sent 2 billion naira to.
After we have weather forecasts, we have all this that people should use to plan ahead.
Do you understand?
You know, we have evacuation team. NEMA is not meant to, after you are dead, they come and pick your dead body. No, you should be proactive.
Look, I read a master's in disaster and risk management.
Yeah.
There is before, there is during, and there is after. Now there's no before, and there won't be after. We will just concentrate only when it happens.
Yeah, that when it happens is often slow.
It's slow. Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, the response time is really, really too long.
These people will be left to their fate immediately after the first. Now, the Niger State governor has declared Salah Doba, no, nothing like that, you know,
Time
and
is
all
against
that.
us.
You know, we need the president to respond. He should listen to people like Tunde Bakare, other well-meaning people too.
Who we hope
will
join their voices.
Exactly. You know, it should not just remain kind of sometimes.
All right, Peter, 30 seconds.
I think a president going forward from now, I think the appointment should be based on merit and not on political favors.
And I think even though he has done true favors or true political machinery, 2 years is enough.
So
2 years is
you
enough.
need to change his team.
Let him look at his cabinet and try to do something and see how the last 2 years of this tenure works out. All right, Mr. President, we are looking at good Nigeria starting from now. We don't want to wait in 2 years' time to change you. We have no problem with you being our president. We just want things to work. We want Nigeria that works for everybody. That's the next milestone all of us are looking at, no matter your tribe, no matter your religion, no matter where you're from. This is still News Insight. We'll be right back very shortly.